I'm gonna say my story of when I was 15 and pregnant. So if you guys don't know how this food looks like, it looks like this. Ooh. I'm eating on my freaking outside table because I don't really have like a setup. Hopefully that's good. Again. Okay. So, if you guys never tried Cane's, it's a restaurant in Arizona. But yeah, it's pretty good. Some people don't like it. I like it. My fam likes it, and I crave it. Like if I'm craving like chicken and fries and all that stuff on Sunday, because Sunday's closed and I usually would go to Chick-fil-A, I just go to Cane's. So I just go back and forth. But yeah, I like dipping my stuff in the ketchup. I'm really right here. Let me take a first bite before I go crazy. Oh, hopefully it doesn't like make any food sounds because that shit pisses me off in videos. And I don't mean use the straw. I love eating the ice that it has. So good. 15 and pregnant. So it all started. So I went to Trevor Brown High School in my sophomore year. I was at Copper Canyon for my freshman year. I live in Arizona, so if you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. So I went to Trevor Brown, and I hooked up with my ex because I first met my boyfriend James in 7th grade. And we dated throughout that whole year, and then I moved to Tolleson. And so since we were further away, he was like in Phoenix, and I moved to Tolleson, so we never really saw each other like that. So we ended up breaking up, and then 8th grade year, I did my own thing. He did his own thing. Freshman year, the same thing. But we were talking a little bit, like towards the end of freshman year. So that's how we kind of connected in sophomore year. God, like, I hate talking with my mouth open, so it's gonna be a long video. Like, I hate it. So if I end up doing it, it's because I'm hungry and I'm trying to talk. But, anyway. So that's how we kind of got together in sophomore year. So we did it in sophomore year, and I don't know why, but we're just like a freaky little teenage couple, okay? So I don't know where we're like, oh, like, I don't know how the conversation started. I need to talk to him about that. Like, I don't know how it came about, but I was like, oh, I want a kid, or he said he wanted a kid, and I'm like, okay, let's have one then. So then we both went for it. We did the thing, you know. Usually I would devour the shit. I would put my hair up in a ponytail and everything, but I'm trying to keep it cute and classy right now. But I don't know how it happened. So we did the thing, and we didn't think nothing of it. But I think we kind of like forgot about it, about what we just did. And so it was like the end of October. So we did the thing like October. It was like the end of October. Halloween, okay? So it was Halloween. He came over and then we stayed in and we wanted to watch movies and eat snacks. So we went to Walgreens. That was like right around the corner from us. And we got a bunch of Halloween candy, chips, snacks, drinks, and like that. So then we went back to the house, and I don't know if it was, like, if I got sick because of like the stuff that we're eating, or because I knew I was fucking pregnant. Like, at that time, I didn't know. I was like, oh, man, I feel fucking sick. So the whole Halloween was just kind of like, like, I was still grubbing, you know, eating all the chocolate and stuff, but I felt sick. And Thanksgiving came up, okay? I keep dropping shit. God damn it. So, Thanksgiving came up, and I'm a fat ass. So, on Thanksgiving, I woke up, you know, my sister, she spent the night because she was going to help my mom early in the morning to help her with dinner. So she was sleeping next to me. I woke up, I smelled like my mom cooking stuff already, and I felt sick. I felt and I told my sister, I was like, oh, I don't feel good, and the smell is making it worse. And she's like, oh, like, what'd you eat? Or like, you know, that's just how she talks. She's just like, oh, like, ooh, get away from me, you know. And she knows like I'm usually like the first one, like if I smell food, I'm the first one up in that kitchen. So she knew something was up too. And so anyway, she told my mom. I was just chilling in the room like basically the whole day because I felt sick. So I was just like laying down the whole, like all the way up until dinner time. So dinner time comes up and I barely eat because I actually like I do feel sick, and I was like, damn, like I'm fucking hungry, but I know that like if I eat, I'm not gonna be able to keep this down. So everyone's all looking at me crazy, like, damn, like what's wrong with you, you know? So like I didn't know about it, but my mom and my sister, the one that was sleeping with me, they talked. She told my mom, she's like, what if that bitch is pregnant? And I was like, shut up. Like my mom was just like kept pushing it out. Like I don't know what's that word, but she was like really, I'm never gonna try, but she just really didn't listen to her or whatever. My sister's like, okay, whatever. And then a week later, like when we returned back to school, I think it was like Monday or just one of those days after like the week after Thanksgiving, my boyfriend, he texted me, like I got to school in the morning, and then my boyfriend, like I was waiting for him, and then he texted me, he's like, oh, I'm not gonna go to school, like I don't feel good today or whatever. And I was just like, no, because I didn't really have friends at that school. Like I just started at school, and everyone was just so stuck up. And you know, like when you see a pretty girl, and like if you're like a jealous person, like they just look at you like with hate. And that's how I felt, like not to be cocky or anything, but that's like how they treated me, like she thinks she's all bad and that shit. So that's how they treated me. So I didn't really have friends like that. So he was like the only one that, you know, I would hang out with like at lunchtime and in between classes and stuff. So when he told me that he wasn't gonna come to school, I was like, damn. I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do? So right away I texted my mom. I was like, hey, I don't feel good, can you pick me up again? And she was just like, what the hell? So my mom picked me up, okay. And actually, like in the text, I told her, I was like, hey, I don't feel good. Like, can you come pick me up? So my mom picks me up, okay. Like no hesitation, she comes, picks me up, and in that little drive, she says, "Are you pregnant?" And I was like, "What? Like, no." And she's like, "When was the last time yeah, I can't talk. When was the last time that you had your period?" And I was like, I don't know. Like, I just had it. And, and then I noticed that we weren't going home. Like, what the fuck? I was like, where is she? Like, where are we going? Whatever. She's probably gonna go do something, like a little, like run an errand or something. Nope. We end up pulling up to a Planned Parenthood kind of place where, like, you go for, like, ultrasounds and shit like that. So we pulled up and I was like, what the hell? And then she's like, come on, let's go. So we got out the car. We're walking up to the place, and there's like a big old banner in front of like the entrance that says free pregnancy test. And I was like, oh hell, I should have stayed in school. Got in. We told the lady in the front desk, like, oh, she's gonna take a pregnancy test. She's like, okay, have a seat, we'll call you right back. So then they called me. I went in the back, peed in the cup, and sure enough, they came back with the results, and they're like, you're pregnant, whatever. And then, like, my doctor, her name is Lumi, and she's, like, the sweetest. She's like, you look really scared. She's like, do you want me to tell her? And I was like, no, like, I'll tell her. And, so I went out in the waiting room, and I told my mom, I was like, I'm pregnant. Like, super fucking scared. I was shaking, and I was like, I'm pregnant. And she's like, I fucking knew it. So then we got up, she's like, let's go. And then my mom, like, the front, like, the desk, the people in the desk area, they saw us, like, leaving. They're like, do you guys want to make another appointment? And my mom, like, she didn't see nobody, like, in front of her, like, at all. So I heard the girl, so I looked back, and I was like, oh, no thank you, whatever. So we stormed out the place, and right when we get in the car, you know, we start backing up out of the area, out of the place, and she picks up her phone, And she calls my sister. And I was like, oh my god. So she starts telling her everything. She's like, yeah, can you believe it? Fucking Cassie's pregnant. And I could just hear my sister, what? For real? How you know? She's like, I took her to this place to do a pregnancy test, and they tell her that she's pregnant. So now I don't know what the fuck to do. So I could hear all that, and I told my mom, I was like, really? I was like, why are you telling her? And then she was on the phone, shut up. So I was like, wow. I was so pissed. All that going on, I think, damn, she's gonna take away my phone. Like, out of all the feelings and everything, I was like, damn, she's gonna take away my phone, because she would take my phone away for everything. Like, anything that I did wrong, she would take my phone away, and she would use that against me, and she knew that it worked. So sometimes she would take it for weeks and weeks, a month. When she found out that I lost my virginity, she took my phone for so long. She didn't let me see nobody. I was fucking grounded. I think I even got beat. Like, that experience was bad. If you want a story time on that, I'll do a story time on that, because that was a struggle between me and him. Talking whatever on the phone. And then we go home. I go in my room, and right away, I call James, my boyfriend. So I called him, and I was like, guess what? And he was like, what? And I was like, I'm fucking pregnant. Like, I'm pregnant. And he's like, what? And he's like, for real? And I was like, yeah. Instead of staying at school, since I didn't want to be at school when you were gone, I told my mom to come pick me up. And she did, and then she took me to this place to do a pregnancy test. And it was just quiet the whole time. He was like, really? He's like, you're pregnant? He's like, oh, okay, well, you're pregnant. He's like, okay, well, we're going to do this. And I was just like, oh my god. And I told him, like, all the details, like, what I just told you guys. And he was just like, damn. He's like, I can't believe it. And I was like, yeah, she said that. Because she told me, like, in the drive too, she's like, oh, well, we're going to have to go speak to his parents and tell him and blah, blah. Does he know? And all this. And I was like, no. Like, I just found out, you know? So then I was like, I think she's going to want to see your parents. She's going to want to see your mom and talk to her about all this. And then he's like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I guess we'll do that. So ended up hanging up and stuff. And I don't know what, I think it was like the next day, like I was getting ready for something, like, because I used to get ready like a lot, like every day I would get up and get ready. So I was getting ready, and then my mom came in the room, and I was fucking scared. She came in the room and she handed me her phone, and I was like, oh, should I here talk to them? And I was like, who is it? So I got the phone. I was like, hello, hi, this is from it's called something, but it's like along the lines of like the parenthood thing, and basically the call was about getting an abortion. So I heard that, and I was like, what? And I looked at my mom. I was like, I don't want an abortion. And she was like, what? Yes, I do. And I was like, no, like I don't want an abortion. And like, mind you, I didn't have like the phone covered or nothing, so the lady is listening to everything I'm saying. And then she's like, what? Like, she was just shocked that I even said that. So she's like, oh, hang up, whatever. And then she left again. And I was like, what the hell? I can't believe she just told me that. I mean, it makes sense why she would tell me that, you know? Because, like, I'm young as hell. Sorry, but I had to move the phone out of the way. And so when she told me that, she went away, whatever. And then she came back, and she's like, well, what's gonna happen? Like, she was mad. She didn't know what to do. She didn't come out the room. She was just trying to figure everything out. And she was like trying to figure everything out. And she's like, well, what are you trying to do? And I was like, well, I'm trying to keep it. And then she's like, does James know? And I was like, yeah, like, he knows. Like, I told him. We're gonna go over to his house. I'm gonna talk to his mom and see what she has to say about all this. And I was like, okay. Mind you, like, I told James all that already, because she told me that in the car. Went to his house later on, and his mom wasn't there yet, so we're just waiting, but she wasn't. I think she was like working like a really late shift, or she took on a shift and she was supposed to be home, and that's why we went, but she wasn't coming. So we were just talking to James, and she's like, you guys are so young, like, why? And, oh, my sister was there too. My older sister was there, so she was in the passenger seat listening to everything. I'm like, why are you guys trying to do this, or why are you guys trying to keep it, like, you know? And what is that? And so James is like, it's him. So yeah, he's like, yeah, like, I want to keep the baby. Like, my family's like against, you know, abortions, like, or that's against the religion and stuff. And my mom was like, okay. So my mom was just bawling her eyes out, like, when we were like telling her, like, oh no, like, we want to do this. She was just shocked that we were actually considering, you know, doing that, like, keeping the baby. And she's like, okay, well, she's like, okay. She was just crying, like, okay. And my sister was even crying because my mom was crying, so it was just like a really emotional mess. I was even crying. James was just like, so I felt bad for putting him in that kind of spot. But yeah, so all that happened, and my mom was still being supportive. She was supportive throughout all of it. Like, once she got over, like, all that anger, like, everything, like, once, you know, she saw that, and I got a job, and I started, you know, buying stuff for the baby, like, she started relaxing, like, okay, like, she's doing it. I think she was more, like, she was just really disappointed. I know that for sure, because she, as crazy as it sounds, like, I know what I'm about to tell you, it sounds really fucking crazy, but she got pregnant at 13. Okay. She got pregnant at 13 with my older sister, the one that was next to her throughout all of this. So she knew that, like, it was going to be fucking hard. And it was. Yeah, it really was hard. And I'm telling, like, all these, any youngsters out there that are listening to me right now, it's hard, okay? It's not easy. It's not something that you would want to, you know, strive for, like we did. How we're just like, oh, you know, let's do it. It's not something like that. Like, and I'm gonna tell you guys something right now. I tried to go to school. I tried to stay in school. It was hard. Like, that pregnancy was really hard on me because I was just nauseous and sick all the time. Like, all the time I was sick. So when I would try to go to school, I just feel like throwing up. It was just like a constant thought in the back of me, like, oh my god, what if I just throw up right here? Like, I was just sick all the time. It was bad. So you guys can't even say that I didn't try, because I tried Primavera, like, online school. That was hard. Like, I couldn't focus. Like, I was just bad at school, period. If in school didn't work out for me, hobby, like, online school wasn't easy either. Like, it was really hard to keep up. It was hard to kind of understand what you're looking at, like, on the computer when someone's not there to actually, like, explain it to you. And so yeah, that was like a mess. I tried, and I flunked out. Like, I just stopped attending, and that was like the worst decision I could have ever made, because now I struggle. I still struggle. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I'm not really, like, struggling, but I don't have a career. I don't have experience, like, with other shit. Like, I don't have a diploma. I don't have a GED. I don't have shit. Straight out, like, I don't. And I feel worthless, okay? Like, I'm trying to be tough right now. I feel fucking worthless. Worked a lot. I had a job. I worked and worked. I forgot what age. I think it was like 18, 19. Where I got pregnant with my second. And he made me a stay-at-home mom. He was like, stay at home. I want you here with the kids. I want them to be in a safe spot, because we struggle with babysitters. Because I didn't want to take them to a daycare. Like, they're too expensive. And I just saw so much, like, horrible kind of videos, like, online of kids getting mistreated and older kids being with, like, little kids. And it was just bad. So I was scared. He was scared. He didn't want that. And we had family members take care of her, because that's what I had first. Take care of her And it was hard because then they would end up finding a job, and then I was out of a babysitter. So he made me a stay-at-home mom. And I've been a stay-at-home mom for like 3 years now. But I really miss working. I really miss having like my own money. So I'm really just a very unsuccessful person. So that's why I want to start YouTube. Like if I'm gonna be a stay-at-home mom, I'm gonna do YouTube and see where that takes me. A long time ago, like an account to like make videos, and I was always scared. Something was always holding me back, and I always had like excuse after excuses, you know. And this year for Mother's Day, he bought me a ring light, he bought me a camera, he bought me all the accessories for like it was like last year. He bought me a laptop to finish my school. Oh, that got me. He bought me a laptop to finish school, and I tried to finish school. Like I did like courses, like study guides and stuff to to take my actual like GED test. And it was just like I did all my courses, like I did all my study guides and stuff, but I still haven't gone to do the actual test. And I'm just scared because I suck at math so bad, so I've been holding it off because I know if I go, I'm gonna fail it. I suck at math so bad. So that's really holding me back and why I haven't got it. And I feel bad because he bought me that, to be supportive and, to here, I bought you a laptop to do school. And he tells me too, and it makes me feel even worse. I bought you a laptop to do school and you haven't even done school yet, So I'm trying to really better myself this year, but it's been so hard too with this whole COVID thing going on. That's been holding me back too, but I'm just I'm so tired of making excuses. I'm really trying to be better this year, and hopefully I do become better this year, or progress is better than no progress, you know what I mean? So I'm crossing my fingers that everything, even with all this going on, I still find a way to better myself, and I'm gonna better myself. No matter how hard it is, no matter how many times I fail, I'm gonna try. So I'm telling you guys, pregnancy at a young age is really fucking hard, and it's not something I encourage you guys to do. It's really hard because school is really important, and I really want to be something, I have dreams. I really want to be something, but it's hard when, you need a GED to do those things, or to get further. So this is my 15 pregnant story. I hope you guys learned a little something, and you guys got to just see where I'm coming from and see and just hear my little story a little bit. But yeah, so I'm gonna end this video. I'm gonna finish this food because I am starving. It's just staring at me dead in the eye. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, now, let me just tell you this real quick. Now she's about to be 6 years old, my first kid. She's about to be 6 years old. She's amazing. She's a little artist. She's funny as hell. She's so sassy, just like her mama, okay? And I'll enter pics of how she is now, and she's amazing. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
So we dance, dance, dance. We have no worries or fears. We just dance, dance, dance. Makes us want to sing and cheer and just dance.